Here is the Mafex Luke Skywalker from The Mandalorian. I'll admit it, the first time I watched the Season 2 finale of The Mandalorian and he showed up, I got a bit teary-eyed. Especially when R2 came in too. Then I watched the Book of Boba Fett and Season 3 of Mando and cried for different reasons. Well, this figure's from his appearance in Mando, but it can also double as a classic Jedi Master Luke if you need one of those. Did this figure make me cry? Let's start with the packaging. It comes in a standard Mafex-style box with a Mandalorian theme. Looks pretty good overall. Very box-like. On the back, you can see all the various forms of Luke that you can achieve with this figure. Hood up, hood down, and no hood. The Holy Trinity. The inside of the box has this really cool artwork too. When we pop him out of the package, he's rocking his finest barbershop look. He must have ordered the Uncanny Valley digital horror fade like they used in the show. To be fair, that's pretty much what you can expect from any Luke figure. Like many before me have pointed out, Mark Hamill just has one of those faces that is hard to recreate in plastic form. Anyways, he comes with all sorts of goodies. Instead of a removable blade, he has separate lightsabers. The unlit lightsaber clips onto his belt piece and sits pretty nicely. The blade of the swinging lightsaber is a bit heavy, so you'll have to account for that when you pose him. The color green seems pretty accurate, but I haven't compared hex codes or anything like that. The hilt is nicely detailed and painted. You can see the little bits of gold in there and even some black down in the ridges around the top, and the little power box thing on the side. He also has this nice cloth wired cloak. It really adds a lot of aura to the figure. I just popped the head off to put it on. And coincidentally, that's how you take it off too. The material seems to be some sort of vinyl fabric, which feels good and sits nicely on him. The wires in the cape are along the bottom and edges and up in the hood, so you can get whatever shapes you can think of and maybe a few that you can't. We're going non-Euclidean with this one, boys. Next, he comes with multiple sets of hands. It's easier than usual to remember which goes to which side. He has fists, various force-using hands like two splayed-out ones, two mind trick ones, two flat push-type ones, two loose holding hands, and two lightsaber holding hands. So, how does he move? Well, he has a lot of good range of motion. Starting up in the head and neck, we have a double ball joint. You can get a fair amount of down, but not a ton of up from it. Down in the shoulders, we have some butterfly joints, which let you get pretty far back and way far forward with the added bonus of making him look swole. Is this a secret reference to the beefcake figures from the 90s? The upper arms don't have their own bicep swivel, but there are double elbows and wrist pegs, and a little Mafex-style ball swivelly thing. You can spin them to get hinge or tilt or whatever else your heart's looking for. The torso is standard. There's a ball joint down at the waist, but nothing in the upper torso. You can get some decent lean back and forward. But be careful, mine popped apart when I was testing the limits. Luckily it popped right back together with no obvious damage or anything, but just keep an eye out for that. The hips are on ball joints and get their swivels in the upper thighs for rotation. We've only got single knees, but they do alright for the limitations that come with that. Down in the feet we have two regular ankle joints and toe joints as well. It all feels very smooth and very solid. Paint-wise, he is a very simple figure. The body is almost all black with little bits of silver painted onto the belt, and the head and neck along with the left hand have a skin color. The little paint that is there is well done with little to no mistakes or slop. I think I've started to get a little paint scuffing or something on the chin though. For comparisons, here he is next to the SH Figuarts Return of the Jedi Luke, one of the Black Series Return of the Jedi Lukes, a Black Series Stormtrooper, Black Series Darth Vader, Black Series Mandalorian and Grogu, Mafex Comic Book Captain America, Mafex Amazing Spider-Man, LPCZ Arkham Knight Batman, InArt 1/12 The Dark Knight Rises Batman, Black Series Dash Rendar, Jada Toys Tony the Tiger, Jada Toys Street Fighter 2 Sagat, and of course Stinky Diver. Overall, this is a fine Luke figure. No tears here, either of joy or anguish. It ended up being about $70 when I bought it a while ago, and I feel pretty good about it. I think I love both this one and the SH Figuarts Jedi Luke about the same amount. If this came with some more stuff, like an extra head or two or something, I think I would be more excited by it. Maybe it's because I've recently looked at the LPZZ Arkham Batman, and that one is incredible, and I've been spoiled. If you like this video, you might like my video about that figure. But otherwise, thanks for watching.